Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the SDFC Fancast.
No producer
I'm
Trevor
back.
tonight. No producer Trevor tonight.
Yeah,
No
so we're
annoying
the
sound
soundboard.
bites.
Yep, we're the soundboard tonight from our mouths, organic. But no, we actually have some big SDFC Fancast news tonight. Boop boop boop, more sound bites. Boop boop boop. All right. Now, we are going to
Sorry.
divvy up the duties. We're going to pass the hosting duties on to Colonial Foot Soldier. And I've been doing it
Seabass?
for 60 throw the salt over you. No, I've been doing it for 60 something episodes. So everybody that has stuck around, thank you very, very much. There wasn't much to talk about at the beginning, so thank you for watching me stumble through all that and learning how to host a podcast and all that. So now I want to move more to interviews and doing live shows at breweries, local spots, so we can do like live watch shows and things like that everyone wants to do, and I just haven't been able to have the time to do all the above. And so now, thankfully, Colonial is the bomb. And as we saw him on a couple post games and stuff, dominates the hosting duty. So, dude, passing it off to you, my friend. Thank you.
Oh no. Hell yeah, dude. Happy to do it. You did the hard lifting, man. You created something out of nothing and talked about stuff when there was nothing to talk about. I'm taking it over when we have a team, news and stuff like that, and we're amazing. So just carrying the torch, and you're not going anywhere. We're just divvying up the duties, and just I'm happy to help and kind of
Yeah.
change things up, alleviate some things, and just kind of grow our little show here, as best we can. But that
Oh, yeah.
said, appreciate you and love you boys. But yeah, how was the game at Seattle, Nate? You were boots on the ground. I think you were the only
Dude,
one out of all of us
Can
there,
I
right?
can I jump in really quick before we dive in?
Of course you can.
yeah.
Just wanted to say that
Sorry, Colonial.
I'm going to continue doing nothing. So
You're
that
here.
that part will not change. I have, for 60 some episodes been borderline useless. Enough about me. Nathan, in all seriousness, though, thank you for all you've done. You really did go out there to every freaking Chrome Ball event and every event, Hopconomist, all of the above. Like Colin said, you did all the heavy lifting while myself personally didn't do shit. So thank you,
Yeah.
big thanks. You were amazing, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you shine in the interviews, and I'll be there with you for some of the live events and things like that, and interviews. So thank you very much,
Awesome.
and like you said, we're in good hands with you, Cole. So take it away.
Oh, yeah.
Nate, take it
Thank
away.
you, sir.
How was the game?
No, it was great. And yeah, I'm just sorry. I am going back one more time. I will be scheduling interviews. So I will be reaching out to people who, we have wanted to for a long time. So we can finally do that. We have been serious about wanting to get people on. So
Oh yeah.
Seattle was amazing. I bring it up every single time, and I will again. The tailgate is the best tailgate MLS. That's asked, all the social media accounts go around and do the videos. So like, is San Diego the best? And it's like, yep, it is. And I've never been huge into NFL football past the age of 12 or 13, so I didn't really tailgate too much as an adult or anything like that. But from what I understand, the vibes are the same in all good ways, that it's similar to that. So again, I will say that I'm going to say this every time. If you're at any modicum of interest in coming to a tailgate, come to the supporters lot, the purple lot. Everybody's welcome. You do not have to be in the supporters section or anything like that. You can come and just view it from the outside. Like you can just watch the spectacle from the outside if you're curious. So come do it. Those vibes are good as well. And then the game itself was amazing. I mean, Colonial, nice call. You guessed it, 3-0.
Trace
Three
Dose.
nil,
Or Trace Dose.
dude.
Trace Nil.
Trace Saucedo.
God, I hope it's not Trace
Trace
Dose.
us.
Trace Nil. Trace Nil.
But no, dude, the game was incredible. Again, we were like right front row in the supporter session, so chanting the whole time. I had to go back and rewatch the game to remember all the major plays and things like that. But they scored right in front of us, and we got video, and it's just got to see Yepa's very first goal right there, very close. I couldn't have asked. I know I have told the story how, host the podcast, all this type of stuff, went to the game to LA Galaxy. was peeing when Anders scored the very first goal SDFC ever scored.
Yeah,
So like
yeah,
that
that's
broke
right.
my heart a little bit. It's also kind of funny. So it's cool that I got to be so close for Yeppa's first goal after, especially I went back to go see I actually, Chris, I went back and listened to old episodes, and you and I are just on Yeppa's jock that since the day number one. Like we are all over his jock, like he's gonna be the best. He's gonna be the best. He's gonna be our most important player. It's so funny. And it turned out to be true.
No
Sure
man.
Uh,
enough.
dude, it was funny to go back and listen to that. It was made me proud of us. But then also Keegan somehow knew somebody Keegan knows knew one of the defenders on Seattle.
Oh yeah.
I forget how.
Yeah, Reagan. I think
Uh,
Reagan was the guy. He's like a friend of a friend, essentially, that got this because
yeah,
Reagan got the start, I think, and he's not normally the
yep.
starter. So yeah, Keegan knows that guy or his friend
And
of friend.
dude, he's been on my fantasy team since day one, so I was kind of teasing around about that with Keegan. And then during the game, I literally would take pictures of Reagan and like zoom in on it and send it to Keegan and be, look at this lanky ass bitch.
It was yeah, that's hilarious. But yeah, so it was the game though. Like it was a dream start with, like you said, Yepe.
Dude,
We scored. Was it the second minute
Yep.
or even
second minute.
sooner?
It's within
Second minute,
within I think within 75 seconds. Like we scored fast. It
dream
was it was
start.
crazy. It was crazy. I it again, one of the good things about going in with the supporters is we were already there. We had already been in the supporter section, so we were like watching the game. Because if you were just walking in as the whistle blew, you would have missed the goal. You would have been sitting down,
Yeah,
adjusting, all that stuff. People would have been standing up in front of you. So that is one thing that was nice. So that was I could again, we couldn't have asked for a better start, a better team. Every single player looked good. Godoy looked good. Everybody looked good. I can't, dude. Godoy and Patty, they played their international duties and then came and started all these games, and that was solid too. Like that was pretty crazy to see.
One of
yeah, they're
us
And
one of us
yeah.
predicted that they were still gonna start.
I know.
Can't remember who it was, but
Well, I think it was you, Chris. I think you did a good
oh,
job
oh,
predicting
was it
that.
me?
Well,
look
that
at the
was
boy
man. It's
go.
it's. I think I texted in our group chat. It's insane how much of a difference Patty is, in my opinion, to our team and back line. And Godoy, that play was so sick when Dryer just laid it off at a perfectly weighted pass, and that goal that like when Godoy hit that was way harder than you would ever like let it look, and you made it look so easy. It was awesome. What'd
Yeah,
you think of
those
that
No,
overall? Like how we played, Chris? Like that first half is when all the action happened, essentially.
yeah, I mean the one touch goal from Godoy is it's always way harder than it looks. It requires so much skill, and he buried it like right in the bottom right corner. There was no saving that. I was It was great to see Chucky get his first goal, obviously. Great pass from
Valkyrie?
I think it might have, I can't remember, but it was a good finish. Speaking MLS kept posting that Chucky got his first goal and two assists that game, and I was like, that's just not right. That's not
Not
right.
accurate.
He had a goal and an assist, which were great, but Dreyer had the other one. But yeah, scoring right off the bat, I'm sure it was just electric down there, Nathan. Um,
it was
like
crazy.
just getting the crowd. Obviously, the crowd's always on our side, but getting that kind of um,
Just
12th
energy.
man, yeah, like the 12th man they call in Seattle, like the crowd is your 12th player. That was just huge right off the bat. And then, I mean, we just dominated the whole game essentially.
Dominated.
And it happens like when we go to take a corner kick right there, it is loud and it is very obvious that, like Chucky did the thing and everything. Like the players can feel it, and at least they act the way in which they react makes me think that they definitely get energy from the crowd. And
Yeah, I
players
mean,
upset like
yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Nathan. I mean, you see it on like after every goal, their first reaction is to run right over to you guys. It's never to like run to the corner or anything like that. It's just them going like, yeah, to you guys. So, I mean,
And
dude,
supporting
it's
section.
Martin talked about it in a post game. He's been obviously he played in England for Nottingham Forest, and he even said he's like I played for some good supporters. He's like we have. He literally said super supporters, and I feel like that's what we have like right now. I was at home for this one, and I was chanting as clear as day with you guys the whole game. Watch on Apple TV. So that was just it's a beautiful thing.
And so everyone, the energy was up to the point that after the game, there was another drum circle in the parking lot that we did for a little while. And it was a very good time. But no, the team itself, like all the vibes and all that stuff, the flow, I guess, as San Diego FC calls it, all that stuff are all, I would, A plus, top notch. If you guys are again interested, join up now. It's our first season as a fan. And then soccer wise, us, we're soccer nerds and we'll argue with people on the internet and all those things, and everybody has their own opinions. But one thing that every single soccer fan, and by the way, all of you that argue with me on Instagram and things like that, you guys are wrong. But one thing we can all agree on is that our team is very good. That's one thing that everybody agrees on. Like when it comes to soccer, our team plays very, very good soccer. And not only
Very
good
good.
soccer, but attractive soccer. And that's something that, again, they kept telling us we're going to try to do this. And it was like, okay, how much of that is going to be lip service? And right now, 0% seems to be lip service because that's the way that we're playing. And I love it.
Heck
Love it.
yeah. And like, yeah, I didn't have a lot of concerns with anybody or anything coming into the season, like Mikey Vars, especially because I'm just like, dude, we have a team. I don't give a shit. Right. But I know there were some concerns with Mikey Vars early on, especially with the stuff kind of revolving around the US men's national team at that time when he was signed. There was a little bit of controversy with him or that he maybe made some mistakes because we went on like a losing streak. But man, everything he does, the passion that he has for this team, that at least from my point of view, is like incredible, and it shows on the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mikey, he's,
it's been nice to get to know him more as a manager. We, see the press conferences, we see the interviews, all that stuff. I had never even really heard him speak before we signed him. Like I might have seen him in one U.S. men's national team conference, but I mean, he seems like he knows his shit. Seems like the players like him. He's created a vibe that everyone is on board with. Um, yeah, I'm stoked on Mikey. I think he's doing a great job. And the formation, all the subs he makes seems to be the right call. And hey, we got a clean sheet this week. That was huge. Nice to get a
Yep,
clean sheet.
heck yeah, and just hard working and just and good energy. Even like when we were up 3-0 second half, yeah, we didn't get anything in the tangible goal, but we played hard the whole game. Everybody, I didn't see really anybody that took a day off. In the last little note that I just wanted to bring up about that game, I felt like everybody played well. Like Valkyrie didn't have one of his better games. He still played well, but like I felt like Luca was being like the woodpecker, like Woody Woodpecker out there, like instigating. I don't know if did I say Luca Del Torre? He was being the instigator. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like bumping people, getting fouls, getting just enough interruption. I bet he was so annoying to play against.
So the first 2 or 3 minutes of that game, because they were attacking at us, so we could see SDFC get fouled every time they're running at the goal, and they were just chopping Luca down. Because I have to imagine that they had watched the game prior where everything kind of went through Luca, and it seemed like their tactics were to just chop him down and break anything that was going his way. And I bet you he got pissed at the beginning because that's what it did seem like,
Okay,
um,
that makes
for
sense.
sure. And
Okay.
and that would be my guess though. Again,
That makes total sense because he was like,
armchair
he probably was pissed. He's like, well,
analyst
I'm gonna get
stuff.
mine if you're gonna get it on me. So that makes complete
Oh
sense.
yeah, dude, and he's a baller. So he'll as soon as and the Seattle defenders, and to their credit, every single play they played hard. There's
Yeah,
they have, even though we're just San Diego C just way better, but Seattle just has a pretty decent defense. Now I know
yeah,
they've been getting beat and stuff like that, but their individual defenders seem pretty good, and they did seem rough, like they are not scared to go into a challenge and all that. I do like that about this league. They
yeah,
tackle hard. And
yeah,
they were tackling Luca hard right at the beginning. Everybody but Luca in particular right at the beginning.
yeah.
Well,
That
MLS
makes total
moving
sense.
forward, next opponents, feel free to come at Luca right away because he gonna get you. He
Bring
gonna
Bring it
us in,
get you.
bro.
on, bring it on,
Uh,
Yeah.
bitches.
No, and
Call,
oh, sorry.
you're good. Colin, you touched on this briefly, and the announcers touched on it quite a bit, actually. We were up 3-0, obviously, in the first half. And the whole second half, we didn't take our gas off the pedal. We were still playing the exact style of play that we play, whether we were winning, tied, or losing. We're
Yep.
always pressing on the gas, moving forward, playing from the back still. We're not dropping back. It's really fun to see. It's very rare to see a team up 3-0 and still control possession.
Yeah, it's incredibly
Dude, the
rare how
most
many times.
frustrating
Yeah,
thing, the most frustrating thing as a fan is when your players stop trying to go for that second ball and all that stuff. I hate that. And I hate when wingers and stuff start to get lazy and don't come back and defend. This team doesn't do any of that crap. at all, and I love it. And I think that is to Mikey's credit in the the stuff that they built. I know there's the system, the Right to Dream system, but Mikey seems to have created. He seems like a very fatherly figure, taking care of everybody. Making sure the house is, like just making sure everyone is good, feeling confident, everyone's going forward. Like I like
Yeah,
Mikey a lot.
That's a
it's
good
good.
point, Nathan.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Colin, just real quick. That's a good point, Nathan. You can have a system in place, but at the end of the day, the players still have to play to that system. And that often falls on the coach. So, who knows, had we had a different coach, we're still trying to play the right to dream style, but if the players aren't, running back to defend or other players taking the player's spot who ran up to attack, it all comes down to the players, and then that sort of comes down from the coach. So it's a good point.
hell yeah, yeah. Creating the culture, creating the identity. Like you hear that a lot, like NFL, creating that culture. And we definitely have that. But yeah, kind of moving off in the game. Perfect start, dream start. Our team's amazing, like you guys said. And there was, we're kind of gonna let's go to the rumor mill. The rumor mill was churning for years. It feels like. I feel like I've been 3, 4, 5 years talking about Kevin De Bruyne, and it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Chris, we'll start with you. Who do you think? Now, I'm not the rumor guy. Whatever. I want to see what's in front of me. But like KDB's not coming. I don't want to get my hopes up anymore. Do you got any opinion who might we fill? We got Milan. We didn't talk about him too much. We did get the Escondido striker that we signed. But do you got any other thoughts on the rumor mill for our third DP?
I was surprised. I know we had just signed Milan, but I was surprised he didn't get like 5 minutes or something like that at the end of the last game since we were up 3-0. But maybe he just wasn't match fit yet. But I love me a good rumor. I'm the queen of the rumor mill, but I unfortunately don't have many in my head or that I've seen. I know Nate probably has quite a
Yeah,
few, but
Nate. You got any? Nate, you're kind of the rumor guy. You got
Oh,
any opinion?
well, there is the
the rumor
obvious
guy.
one that I was gonna say, but you go ahead, Nathan.
No, I would say I'm more of the obsessed and read about it all day long guy. And right now, Thomas Mueller seems to be the one. And I will say to Kevin De Bruyne, I did get my hopes up. I thought he would fit in to our style. I thought it was getting close. And then I loved what TJ said, and he was just like, I love TJ's so funny. He cracks me up. He goes, I don't know where all these rumors are coming from. I mean, I talked to his agent and he's too expensive. It's like, well, you just create a rumor right there by saying you literally admitted you talked to his agent. But at the same time, if he said that and he's too expensive, then that is genuinely what I think happened. Like
Yeah.
he's too expensive. He wants more money than it is worth for San Diego FC. And one thing again, I said everybody agrees on is that our team is good. Like one of the things that people are saying that they don't want Thomas Mueller is why we're good right now. Why would we mess it up? Like why would we pay for an older player who, instead of getting a younger player that's going to fit into this system that's already working, which I think is a valid argument. But
Hmm.
at the same time, I Thomas Mueller just scored in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Thomas Mueller he has played as a left winger, a right winger, a striker, behind a striker, and as a 10 for different coaches. You can check that out. So like he has the attitude to where he's down to play whatever position the team is needed, and that is definitely the vibe that San Diego FC gives and Right to Dream gives. I think he fits in spades there, like completely. And then in regards to working that work ethic, 100%. You know what I mean? He goes back, he defends. Thomas Mueller will be back defending a corner in the box all the time with his lanky, weird movements, and I love him. Um, and dude, so that fits in as well. I think that's why it would be a good signing. He scores goals. He can literally play the poacher or play behind that poacher. Both. He'll score goals in either position. So as long as he has service, he will score. That's proven over and over and over again. So I think out of all those things, I think Thomas Mueller would be a good fit. I also, I spent a lot of time in Bavaria and all those things, even though I'm not a Bayern fan per se. 1860, what's up? Um, I would love Thomas Mueller, huge Thomas Mueller fan. So that is the rumor. I know you guys. Would you guys be happy with him?
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, people might be saying that he's not a good fit, or why do we need him because we're playing well. Uh, you can always get better. We're in second place. We're not in first place. Ingvartsen's out for 3 months. We Milan, yeah, he might be solid for us up front, but he's still an unknown. We don't know if he can be that goal scorer for us. So why
He's
not?
also just a loan. So it's not even like a complete signing. It's just a loan for now.
Yeah, until July. It's like the shortest loan
Hmm.
ever. But I mean, why not, if we can, get one of the greatest German national players of all time? And he's obviously been playing in the German league for his whole career, and he's proven himself. So I mean, yeah, he's 35, but I mean, Ibrahimovic played till he was like 42, and Mueller's that he's never been known for his pace or anything like that. He's been known for what's up here. So I think he would fit
Agreed.
in, like you said, in spades, Nathan. I would love it. Would be amazing. And let's be frank, he's just as marketable as KDB in America.
I
Yeah,
agree with
Internationally,
that.
it's a good point.
KDB probably has the edge just because he's younger and he's on Man City currently. Even though
So handsome.
Mueller's, yeah,
Yeah.
he's all right. Mueller's more
But
entertaining.
Thomas Mueller, if you happen to be watching this, hey, Rancho Santa Fe has world-class equestrian. And your wife Lisa, she literally was taught by an ex-German Olympian who just did classes in Rancho Santa Fe last year. So that's why I actually think it's realistic that they're going to come over. And that is real. Like Thomas Mueller's wife I do think that there is links between the Rancho Santa Fe equestrian community and the global rich people equestrian community. And so come on, it's pulling you. I
And
promise. I
and tr
promise, Lisa.
and trust me, it's not. You may Google Map what it is from bitch ass LA to San Diego, and it might tell you it's 2.5 hours, but it's a
It's
lot
not.
longer than that, pal. So let's
It's
just be real
gross.
about this
Yeah,
shit.
it's about 5 hours. It's
It
soul
is.
sucking hell.
Dude.
Yeah.
But
No,
well,
Thomas,
I mean,
like Thomas Muller's wife does do dressage, and by the way, her horse she does it with is named Stand By Me. That's her horse's name.
well, that's a good horse's name. Horses'
That
names are always
cute.
so weird. They're always like
I
so
agree.
just eccentric.
Whereas Thomas had a horse in their stable. His favorite horse, its name, Sarah.
Fred, yeah.
Sweet Sarah.
Well,
Sarah.
he's they have a little dry humor, the Germans.
I love it.
Um, well, heck yeah, heck yeah. Well, and just last little
What do you
touch on
think,
that is,
Paul? What do you think about Mueller?
oh, I mean, he's Hall of Famer, like, of course, come on, sure, 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 sure. Because, but the main reason, like, I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? But like the reason why is because it's our last regular season game. Let this soak in. October 18th of the MLS season is our
Dude, that's a
last regular
long
season. How long
season.
is that season, dude?
That's
Like, so
six months. That's
that's what's
six
in the
months
back
from
of
now.
that's in the back of my head, right? We have guys like Chucky who are older, and Varkson's out. We've got guys that play their fucking asses off. Excuse my language, but like it's like that's where I want the depth, and it would be a marquee signing, and it would be cool to see. You know what
I
I'm
agree
saying?
with that. That is a dude. Always one thing is, yeah, it's going well now. Two injuries will F you. Two,
Yep,
just two.
yep, yep.
Like, and that can happen in one. Two players
One
can go
game.
in for a 50-50 challenge at
Yep,
practice, and all of a sudden your season takes a completely different trajectory if you don't have the depth.
yep. And so
And
we
let's
don't lack depth, and that's one thing that's sweet.
and
What were we gonna say, Chris?
more depth the better. Like you said, it's a long ass season. We have a cup coming up in the summer. There's going to be tons of international duty happening with qualifiers in the summer, with the World Cup coming up next
Yep,
year. So I mean, people are going to get hurt.
yep,
People are going to be gone. We're going to have multiple games a week. More players, the better. I know we have tons of depth right now,
yeah.
specifically in our midfield and to some degree in our defense, but definitely not up top. So
Mm-hmm.
the more depth, the better.
No. Yeah, good point.
Great.
Well, anyway, yeah, all valid, great points. We're moving to look ahead to Colorado this weekend, guys. I'm actually going to be there with word on the street is 161 of us traveling supporters are rolling. That's the
Sick.
last I heard. So yeah, I'll
Very
be there. Look for
nice.
me if you're coming. Yeah, some of the Riptides and all of us. We're getting a hotel. So yeah, we'll be down there. And I was looking at Colorado. They're in seventh place in the West with 11 points. We're at second with 14. So not a small game in the sense that we're, kind of close in the standings, not early in the season. But do you know much about Colorado other than like I know Zach Steffen and then but is there really any other guys that you
I
are aware of? Like I don't
I
see
have
us losing this game again. I'm not gonna lie.
I haven't watched a lot of Colorado. That's one of the few teams that I haven't seen a ton of. I mean,
Yeah.
not gonna lie. I don't think I've only watched highlights at the maximum thus far. That's one of the few MLS teams I haven't watched yet.
So they have
They have Rafael Navarro.
and Milholovich is a big one. I think he used to play for one of the LA
Yeah.
teams, I think. And then Rafa Navarro as
Okay.
well. And Reggie
I think
Cannon.
Alexei.
I don't
Okay.
know if Cannon is healthy or not, but he's a U.S. men's national team
Mhm.
defender.
Okay,
So I
it'll
mean,
be a test. It won't be super easy.
yeah, for sure. And they're let's see, they definitely concede some goals. It looks like they conceded three to Dallas, three to Portland, and they lost two
Good.
nil to Vancouver.
We love scoring 3
Leaky.
goals, so that's good. That's
Leaky,
elevation as
leaky.
well. That's Denver. That's what they call it Mile High Stadium, right? So I assume it's pretty high up there. That can be a factor for the SoCal team, perhaps.
Could
I
be.
hope,
I
yeah,
think Mikey trains these fools hard enough that it probably won't matter.
Yeah,
And it gets hot as
yeah.
shit
yeah.
out there at Saquon, so that probably adds
Singing
to it.
Hills gets hot, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
It'll be a big game though, Colin. That's
It's
so
actually supposed to
badass.
be hot.
Yeah. Well, there you
We'll
go.
work in our
Yeah,
favor.
sorry. Yeah, well, appreciate it, Chris. Yeah, I'm stoked we're going. Yeah, it's supposed to be like there's a hot snap rolling through there. It's supposed to be like 85, I think. I saw the weather. Yeah, I
So
know. And
you
then it drops down
driving?
to like 65. Yeah, so I'm gonna drive down there Friday day morning early. I'm gonna leave. My plan is Friday. I'm gonna try to hit a fly shop in Denver when I get there, and then I'm gonna try to fish Saturday morning. I'm bringing my fly rod, and then go to the game
Nice.
Saturday night. That's my plan. We'll see if I can make it happen or not.
That's cool.
That'd be sick.
Um, so yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to seeing Ivan and all the Riptides and everybody that's been bringing it. And I know the chance more now than when I was in Salt Lake, so I can bring the noise a little bit more. It'll be fun, dude. Look for us.
Are you guys doing like any? You'll probably be just getting it. And stuff. How long's the drive? 7 hours, 8 hours, something like
No, it's like 10 and then call it 11 when I'm like with stops.
that? Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not, but I'm getting there Friday, fortunately, so I can sleep it and then I'll be rested up.
Probably be a fun little party that night with all the people that are going, but you'll probably be too tired for that. Not me. I'd
Well,
be
I
like,
don't
let's
think
go.
Yeah, you'd be ready to rock. I don't think a lot of people that I know are going to be there. Most of them are going to be there on Saturday. They're just kind of flying in Saturday and staying that eve. So Saturday night
That
might be
makes
a
sense.
banger.
Are
Got
you
Saturday
you.
night
staying
might
So
be.
after,
Saturday? Yeah,
I'm
you're
staying
staying.
Friday night, Saturday night, coming home Sunday. So I'll be there for two
okay, so
nights. We're
Saturday's the after party,
Saturday might
after
be
the
a
game party.
banger.
That's
I
yep.
need to
Mhm.
prepare myself.
Yes, sir. Hydrate,
But
hydrate, hydrate.
yeah, hydrate. Yeah, so it'll be really cool, man. I'm just and the fact that Nate, you were talking about it, and you too, Chris. But like this team is so good, it makes a lot of it just makes everything so fun, and it
Yeah.
just makes the vibes that much better. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say emotions fly a lot quicker and angrier when the team's not doing well. So the message boards, as you said, the keyboard warriors, Nate, would be a lot more out there or visible than they may be right now, or apparent is
Yeah.
probably the right word. So it's good. The vibes are good. I mean,
Yep.
let's just keep it rolling. I don't see us not keeping it rolling. I mean, we're only going to get better, injuries aside, knock on wood. But as this team gains experience together, they're going to grow together. They're going to get to know each other together. And I mean, I could only see the chemistry getting better and the team playing better. So, sky's the limit.
I agree.
Agreed.
I, I agree. Heck yeah. Well, yeah. Again, look for me, look for us, and the Frontera Union is coming in hot, and they're doing their thing. You guys want to dip into some fantasy roundup?
But it's just the sweet,
Do we
sweet
have that one? The
medicine,
sweet,
baby.
sweet medicine, baby.
Oh, Christopher,
All right, we
I'm
need
glad you
producer
guys
Trevor
jumped into
back.
it because I was gonna do it and everybody would have hated it.
Oh,
My
no, we wish you did it with us. Yeah,
my
Chris, do you
hey,
have any of the stuff up, perchance?
I do. I do.
my Jenny Rivera is far better than my Mariah Carey.
Who's Jenny Rivera?
She's a singer, died in a plane crash. She's from Riverside,
Oh,
California. Beautiful
oh,
woman.
All right.
beautiful area.
No, I don't know about that.
For a time when you were at college.
Yeah. Well, Caracas continues to dominate. First place, 494 points. Nate's hot on their tail with 436.
I'm trying, man. They're good. They are good. It's
Yeah.
tough. My captain choices have sucked. I'm sorry for interrupting, Chris. I just want to make that point.
You're repping for the pod though, man. Good job.
You are. Thank God, because no one else is. Keegan had a good week this week. Keegan put up 90 points this week.
Zaha?
If
Did he get
if
Zaha?
Julie had played the first week, she would be in the top three.
She's
Like
so
if she
good,
had
dude.
just joined at the beginning, Julie would be in the top.
Julie also put up 90 points this week. Holy shit.
Damn, good week. Good week.
She's gonna pass me
She's gonna
Or she already? Oh no, I'm barely ahead of her. At 44 points this week. I
And
fucking
she missed
suck.
the first week.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean.
legend. Legend.
Uh, Trevor, Trevor and Colin actually.
Oh,
Ooh, they're both.
really?
Yeah. Well, I am the taco doesn't count, so we're just gonna leave them out. You are in 18th place, and Trevor's in dead last in
I'm
19th.
like trying too. It's
Yeah,
sad.
I'm trending in that direction too. So big
Damn.
props to Caracas tearing it up. Um, Another big week this week was from AFC Reviego Riptides. I don't know who that is, but
Ooh.
85 points this week. Well done.
Shout out. Shout
But it was
out.
Julian Keegan tied for the most points for the week. 90 props.
Julie had freaking Diego Luna on her team, and yeah, yeah. I like, and her team is completely
Damn.
like, she's not
Nice.
just copying me. She made her own team. I don't have barely any of those
Oh
players on
yeah,
my
she
team.
knows what she's doing.
This
She's gonna
guy,
be, win this doggone thing. And there's prizes up, Nate. You've promised your the shirt off your back basically for these prizes. I'll tell you what.
absolutely. Why not? Why
Don't
not?
wash it. Don't wash it when you send it.
Dude, don't
Next,
wash that
yeah, first,
shirt.
a
Sign it,
first,
don't wash it.
first prize, first place prize is my bathwater. You know,
Damn,
Sweaty t-shirt.
Caracas, you're so
Well, hell
lucky.
yeah. He's
he's
so
like,
lucky, dude.
worst streamer girl I've ever watched in my life. All right.
Hey,
Well, heck yeah. Chris.
what about some predictions for Colorado, huh? Huh?
Ooh. I'd be 3 in a row in predictions if I get this one right.
Yes, sir. Hey, Kelowna, yeah, last two.
2-1.
Uh,
2-1. 2-1. Good guys. 2-1. Good guys. I'm gonna say Dryer gets back on the goal scoring sheet and Valkyrie gets one.
I'm saying 4-1. 4-1.
Ooh, I like it. Wasn't that your 5-1 was your prediction or
I was
five?
5-1 last time. And you know what? After watching them, they score so many goals. And then with Colorado having a leaky defense, they haven't even seen what SDFC can do yet. Milan Alowski hasn't played yet. All that shit. 5-1.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
I said 4-1. I mean 4-1.
4-1, 5-1. Yeah.
4-1. That's reasonable.
I'm
Chris.
gonna go back to back 3-0. I think we're gonna get another shutout and
Back to back 3-0. I like that.
3-0.
I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So and I
I kind of like that.
texted Trevor and
Who gets
Keegan.
the goals? Who gets the goals for you?
Ooh, I think, yeah. Who gets the goals? It's gonna be 0-0 at half. Then Chuky's gonna come out hot in the second half. He's gonna get a quick brace, and Mighton's gonna come in for Chuky and score our third goal in like the 79th minute.
I think we've been so dangerous on the set pieces. Again, we're going to have McVay is going to score our first goal again because we're just going to go up, get a corner, and score right away off a corner, off our very first corner. And then I think Ani's gonna be on it, and he's gonna just score 2 goals, and then Mighton, Ani 2, McVay 1, Mighton 1 on my 4. And then you know what? Let's just say own goal. I'm just joking. I'm not gonna say own goal for the one. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Hey man, 4-1, whatever.
You
I did,
text Chris and Keegan, or excuse me, Trevor and Keegan, you were saying, Chris?
yeah, but they must be, I got nothing. I wanted to say something really bad, but I'm not going to say it. I bet they're just doing
All
something
right, I
so
was
fun
like that.
together.
Yeah, all
We'll
right.
keep it
Well,
PG. We'll keep
we're,
it PG.
I
They're
have
just
we need
not.
sitting there.
producing Trevor back.
They're sitting there eating liquid wrench or whatever. What was it? Liquid wrench?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
probably.
Jesus
Remember back
Christ.
then?
Keegan,
Yeah. Yeah.
would
Callback joke. Ooh, liquid wrench.
yeah,
Yeah.
wave callback joke, callback 30-year joke almost.
Well,
Well,
like
heck yeah, guys. Heck yeah. You got any other notes or thoughts on your mind you want to bring up before we wrap this one up?
nothing. Just safe
Mhm.
travels. Thanks for representing the pod out there in the Rado. Nate, where are you going to watch
Absolutely.
the game this weekend?
So we are going, Christopher, I was going to hit you up. We will be at Lake San Marcos for a little wedding doodad
Oh,
during the day. So I was actually going to see if you wanted to find somewhere to watch the game. And then Tiffany is actually going to come probably watch the game with us. So we can do that and we can um, talk about some potential interview questions and things like that, maybe. So I will
sweet.
hit you up. We'll plan something, but I will be by San Elijo, and I was hoping to meet up with you for this game, Christopher.
Cool. Sounds good. We'll make it happen.
Yeah,
Well,
girl.
hey, Chris, you want to make a run to Lake San Marcos right now?
Sure. Which that way. It's straight ahead.
And then swan dive in. I like how I say swan dive and then I put my arms out, which is the opposite of a swan dive.
Producer Trevor, we need you back parts.
Yeah, we do. Please. Keegan, you can stay off.